All right, so we are live recording. Hello, this is Sam, your DM, and I'm here with my three awesome players who will introduce themselves. Let's start with Matt.
Hello, I'm Matt. I'm playing Konos, the Sea Elf Warlock.
And Nina.
Hello, I'm Nina, and I'm playing Emma Nornestra, who is a human Tempest Cleric.
And Karu.
Hello, my name's Karu, and I am playing Marcel Duran, the Storm Sorcerer.
All right, and so here's the thing. So we have zoomed up to level 20, which is some topic of conversation, but we need a tiny, smallest sliver of a recap for the last episode.
We kicked ass.
There was a fight.
Yeah.
I mean, we basically reversed the sinking and stranded Larolak's army kind of in the middle of just the muck and the mire, and then flew out to deal with him. There was a pretty epic fight, and we wound up killing him again, but because he's a lich and we don't know quite where his phylactery is at this point, he's already, reformed, I think, again, even before the day is over, so as much fun as it is to crack that pinata open, we do have to track down the actual phylactery if we want to get rid of him for good.
And what did he leave behind when he disappeared?
He left us either a spell book or a prayer book. Oh, the Book of the Hungry, I think was the title of it.
The Book of the Hungry. And what else? A fantastic jaunty hat with a big amethyst in it. Remember his hat?
No.
No? Ah.
It's been a while.
Sadly, no.
Okay. Well, let me put his image in the Discord for you. I will edit out where I say that in the actual podcast. I gotta find the image first. Can't believe you don't remember his hat.
I do have notes, actually, that it is a cool hat. And then it had an amethyst in it. Also his robes.
Also the what?
Also his robes.
Oh, were they nice?
They were pretty fun. They had the book in it, so.
All right. Let me see if I have an image of. There it is. There's the image of him. I will drag it into Discord. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say,
Looks like he likes to do Temple of Doom cosplay in his spare time.
Yeah, well, can't win them all. But that was left behind. And what else, Matt? His robes and the book and anything else?
all I got.
That's all I've got. The book had notes on Shamasa Hasit, a bunch of spells, and then basically a list of sacrifices that he has to make in order to achieve the power and immortality he's looking for. And one of those is listed as the chosen mortal of a powerful but conflicted deity.
Right.
Kind of explains his pointed interest in Emerin.
Very oddly specific necessity, but fine.
Okay. And so with that, so let's talk just briefly about how you feel about before we actually start the session, how you feel about 20th level characters. Are you scared?
Excited and terrified?
Okay.
There's a lot of potential in a level 20 character.
Yeah.
The question is how much of that is actually going to be showcased, I guess? Because there's so much that it's like, Are you actually going to use all this?
Matt?
At least my character's capstone ability is something that they are probably using nonstop now that they've reached 20. Because now Marcel can fly, has a fly of 60 feet, and that just liberated his tiny 25-foot walking speed.
Matt?
I'm free!
What were you going to say, Matt?
Oh, I was going to say, I mean, it's like stepping into a big unknown because this would be my first time playing a 20th level character and also doing like that big of a level skip to get there because we were like 15 or 16, I think, before that. So it's not like I won't say like it. I mean, it kind of doesn't feel like an organically have gotten to 20. We just kind of said, oh, what's now we've got like a big jump to take into effect. So that's kind of adding a layer onto it as well.
We just got all the experience of everything that died during the big battle.
Fair.
Right. Well, and so there were external reasons for this as well, right? Like the fact that we lost David, you know, I think the session before or the session right after we lost him, I had said like, I can envision 5 or 6 more sessions for this campaign before it's over. But without him, it's kind of hard to wrap up the loose ends about his story and the things that directly involved him. So we can probably cut that in half. And then, of course, you had the last session and you did defeat Laralac of a sorts. And it's sort of like, well, really to go further, you actually do need to be 20th level. So while I could string it out another 4 or 5 sessions, we've been doing this for 2 years now, right? And I
Has it
think
really been that
it's
long?
been that long.
Yeah.
Now,
Wow.
granted,
Yeah.
we only play, twice a month, and some months we end up skipping, and we just had a somewhat of a hiatus. So, if we had played weekly, it would only be a year's worth of material, right? But we're playing every 2 weeks, sometimes every 4 weeks. So, it's just starting to draw out a little bit, maybe longer than it needs to, and it's time to wrap some things up. So either tonight or maybe the next one is going to be the last session. It depends on kind of what you do, how that's going to happen. So, yeah. So I'm sorry for pushing you into the 20th level because it is kind of weird, right? Like as a player myself, I kind of like it when you get at least 2 or 3 sessions in each level, right? So that you can kind of learn what works and what doesn't work. And sometimes you think, oh, this is going to work that way. And then you try it in a certain situation. It didn't really work the way that you thought it did, or, you didn't realize a weakness of it or something. And you don't really get that opportunity when we just kind of hop from 15 to 20. So I just
Even
wanted to,
certain mistakes can be kind of fixed,
right.
like tweaked on level ups, because
Hmm.
it's like, okay, you got a level and you learned a spell, and it turned out it wasn't as great as you thought, and it didn't work the way you thought. So then in the
Right.
next level, well, you can switch out a spell. So
Hmm. Hmm.
we'll switch this one out because it didn't really work.
Right.
Or it turns out you never used it, so let's bring something that might actually be more useful for the party. And like we've had that happen, at least I've had that happen with Marcel in the past, where certain things that I chose for them just didn't work out in the game. So on a level up, I'd be like, hey, can I change this, and kind of tweaking the character. And now we have 5 levels where we get high level spells.
Right.
um
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, you don't get as many, like, I think in my case it wasn't too bad just because at 17th level I get my last spell.
Hmm.
After that it's just switching spells if needed. So I didn't have the chance to change them necessarily, but whatever, I already chose my spells, kind of thing. um and the rest is just features. So from in my case it was a bit simpler because, like, yeah, were we 15 or yeah.
I think you were 15. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, so I only got to choose one more spell for Marcel.
Yeah.
And because I had those levels, I was able to possibly switch out a few things, and just learn the features that came with it.
Nina?
I kind of agree with Karu in the sense that like it's kind of simpler for me because I'm playing cleric, and I don't have to have a set list of spells. I can kind of pick and choose every day. So I don't really have to think about tweaking the character, tweaking the spells a lot. However, I do agree that there is a lot now. I don't know. I hope I could use a lot of this to our advantage. It's just going to be actually remembering that it's there. Because like you said, we didn't really get a chance to kind of learn as we went and like, oh, I have this ability now, so I'm going to use it. Now we have like 3 or 4 new ones, and I'm like, all right, I haven't used any of these, so we will see how this goes. But I'm super excited. I'm kind of really hoping to unleash on some people and get some anger and frustration out on some fictional characters. So I'm really excited to be playing a 20th level because I've never played one either. This is my first time being this high level, so I'm excited.
For me, it was like just kind of it was a mix of kind of pick the things that I sort of had expected to take from my character. Once he got to this point, because it kind of made sense for his growth and what he would want to do. And then other things were like, okay, well, knowing kind of what we have left to do and whatnot, what are the things that'll be like kind of the most useful for that? And then a little bit of, okay, well, this is something I've just always wanted to try out or play around with, so I'm going to take that one too. And kind of just see where it goes.
Yeah, so where is it going to go? What do you guys want to do?
Well, if I remember correctly, the first plan that we had was trying to track down as many of the hounds as we could to deal with that. And the one that we had knowledge of was the one in the Temple of the Wing, was it? So we were planning to go back to Darkport and find that hound and see if Konos could deal with it. I think besides that one, we were missing at least one more that we didn't know where it was. I don't know how we were planning to track that down. And then we were planning to go to confront the big hound.
Yeah, so I think if we had it like this. The first dog was in the temple or the Palace of Mud, right? And it went into Konos's trident. And then there was the one in the Chamber of Eyes that you fought with and destroyed. And then you took pieces of it. And then there was one. There were actually two on the Stone Road where you had that fight in that in the area where there was the temple, and then you found all those people and you returned them through the gate a couple of sessions ago. And then there was a third one there. Is that right? There was one in the Cathedral of the Beak, which you did not do anything with. That was in the tower, right?
Right, Cathedral of the Beak, that's what I was.
Yeah. Because there were two dots. So in that area where you went, where they had that little that cage, and it went out above that black void stuff. There were two dogs in that room, but then there was also a dog in the temple area of that complex, right, in that worship area. So there were 3 dogs there that Konos dealt with. So that's 3, plus the Palace of Mud makes 4. The one you destroyed when previous time you fought Laralac, that's 5. Then the Cathedral of the Beak, the one that you didn't move, that's number 6. Was there a 7th one that you thought you had?
I think that's the unknown one.
Yeah, I can't remember how many dogs there's supposed to be, but I think it was 7. Or was it just 6?
I thought it was 8
Either,
because we
yeah.
had 8 shards to make the path.
Oh, right. So then we'd be missing 2. But it's possible that
Although
the
is
big dog is one of them.
the 8th
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
That's why we were thinking we were only missing the location of 1, which honestly could be with the bigger dog as well. I mean, we found 3 together,
Yeah.
and if they wanted, like, if they needed those for the path, then it makes sense that the last dog would be with the big one. Which is kind of like, we also didn't really think we had the time to necessarily track down a dog. We have no idea where it is. So our plan was just to deal with the one we know in the Temple of the Beak, and then search for the big dog and hope for the best.
Yeah. So where did you want to go first?
Temple of the Beak?
Darkport, I think, is probably the first one.
Okay. How do you intend on getting there?
Using the curiosity.
Okay.
We have the location for that, though I
Oh boy.
I don't remember the numbers.
Mm,
It's been way too long.
I've been trying to scroll back and find the handout, and no luck.
do I have it? Not with me. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. It's 1569.
Perfect. That'll work. I'm sure it's in my notes somewhere. But
I'm sure that it's, you all kind of have it top of mind, right? And theoretically, while you are having your long rest, because you did take a long rest after the big fight last time, that
good to know.
you would have talked to Axley and determined what you're going to do.
Yeah. I'm just imagining once all this is done, just like, let's put random numbers into this machine and see where it goes.
Terrible idea.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to hop in the Curiosity. Who's going to drive?
Oh boy.
We knew by now what is needed for driving, because usually it was actually,
Yeah.
what kind of, was it a
So it's going to be an arcane.
Arcana?
It's going to be
Arcana?
check,
Oh
Not me.
boy.
Yeah. Everybody goes, not
I
it.
can
Nope. Go for it.
I can take a shot at it. Although I was gonna, I wanted to spend a minute with Emmerin first before we fire this up, and said, I know you're very extremely wise, but I think there's always, I think I've got something that can help you see even with even further clarity. And he'll spend a minute basically tracing like a sort of an eye, like almost like a third eye, kind of on Emmerin's forehead, and I'm going to cast Foresight.
Interesting.
Okay. What does that do for her?
You touch a willing creature and bestow a limited ability to see into the immediate future. It's an 8-hour duration. The target cannot be surprised. They have advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws.
Wow.
For the whole time. Additionally, other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target for the duration.
Holy moly.
Wow.
Okay.
And how long does that last?
8 hours.
8 hours.
So it's like a improved version
It's
of mage armor. It's just slightly improved.
Slightly. Wow.
What? Just some armor is not enough? Okay, here, have all of these things instead.
Yeah, you're not being touched, basically, unless you want to.
Got it.
Wow.
You
Okay.
might have to repeat that in a minute, but that's fine.
I
All good.
copied it into the,
Oh,
into the text channel.
Smart.
Holy cannoli. Okay.
9th level spell right there.
Yeah. No, that's good. Okay. So
Meanwhile, Marcel is just like, mage armor. Okay, we're done.
okay. So then you're going to hop in the Curiosity and go to Darkport to find the Temple of the Beak and get in there.
Yes, bringing our little raven friend.
Mhm. Yeah, he's with you.
As if we had a choice.
Right.
True. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to give me an Arcana check, Kronos?
17.
Okay. So you arrive in Darkport, and are you flying the Curiosity? Like, are you going to do what you did last time and sort of travel underwater and hide it under the dock and then walk into town, or are you just going to say, "Fuck it, we're going to go in. We're just going to land next to the Temple of the Beak, and we're..."
Just park it right beside the
Yeah.
temple. That's a good question. I feel
Does it still have that?
like we don't give a shit.
I think we're probably gonna let the whole 20th level thing start going into our heads. So yeah, no, we're just gonna go wherever we want at this point.
I mean, we can come in invisible, right? And then, like,
Well, can
I
you
don't
come in
think-
invisible? Are you going to cast invisibility? Like, keep track of your spell slots.
no, but the curiosity can go invisible on its own. It doesn't need our spell slots. I'm talking about the curiosity's invisibility function.
What invisibility function?
Can't it go invisible? Didn't it have a button that made it go invisible?
No, Axley did that.
There's-
Actually did that.
Axley always cast invisibility on it.
Oh, motherfucker! You made me think it was the actual thing. Okay, all right.
He had a lot of
all
things
right.
that he kept in his
secret.
pocket and didn't tell anyone.
Yeah. Okay. Marcel's like, "Where's the invisibility button?"
Yeah,
What do you
was
mean
one.
it was a spell? Okay. All right. Fine. Be that way. No wonder it was still noisy. I don't know. Do we want? Because the thing is, we'd also be like not just making a fuss with like local law enforcement, but we'd also be making a fuss with like everyone being like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, we did kind of cause a bit of disturbance the last time we were here. So
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't we make a big show with like level 7 spells? I'm pretty sure Marcel did something like make them think there was a miracle happening outside the Temple of the Beak. Luckily, no one knows it was Marcel. I guess we go in like normal people and park the car in the carport, by which I mean the docks.
and get ready to pay the docking fee.
And
'Cause
yeah,
that was an issue last time.
we have money, don't we? Are we level 20 but dirt poor? We have
Well,
like the money.
In Darkport, you just kind of hid it under one of the
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
under
Yeah, we
one-
didn't really
under
pay
one of
fees.
the bridges, right? Under one of the docks.
Yeah. Yeah, because we came in sub mode. from outside the walls, because that's where we got teleported, which I'm assuming we're teleported there same this time.
Well, I mean, you know, I think that Konos can drive it well. That's why I said if you want to just appear next to the temple, you can.
Mm. Oh, we have better like fine tuning of.
Yeah, because part of it is that as you take control of this thing, you're using your own arcane abilities to maintain it, and the precision with which you land somewhere has a lot to do with your own, like, what you know about that area and how much you know, and like how
Right.
precisely you can picture it in your mind and all that. So part of the reason why
Oh,
you had a hard time the first time is you'd never been there. So you were more guessing, and all you could go on was the ability of trying to find the right coordinates. Whereas once you've been there and you've actually seen the thing, when you're sort of using your arcane powers and your own knowledge to drive that, you can get a lot more precise with where you go. I mean, theoretically,
okay.
because it is a planar traveling machine, you could go into the temple if you wanted to.
That's what I was thinking. Isn't the curiosity about like 10 feet by 10 feet? Like it's a relatively
Yeah,
small.
it's bigger on the inside, so it's like 7 by 10 or so, like, yeah, it's not. I mean, if you put the claws out and the legs and all that, it gets bigger. But
Bigger.
when you
Yeah.
get inside, it's a much bigger feeling area, right? It's almost like a dimensional space inside.
So we could aim for like the study that we had seen on the tower, and that way we don't cause an uproar of like citizens seeing this contraption show up out of nowhere.
Hmm.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, I was trying to remember like where exactly what part of the cathedral this was in. I think we went upstairs a couple floors, and that's
Yeah,
where it
it
was.
was in the because we entered through a tower, remember? And it was going down from the tower, I think, that we saw the dog on one of the landings.
Mm-hmm.
So if we aimed for the tower where we entered the first part, I remember it being like a spacious like sitting room area kind of thing inside that would probably have the space for the curiosity to land.
Yeah, so the dog wasn't
And
in a landing. There were balconies, and then you crawled in. Konos sort of flew up and crawled in one of the balconies, right?
Hmm.
And then everybody went up there. And when you go in, the floors, it's a tower, so it's circular, and the floors are split into either 3 or 4 compartments with doors in between and with a circular stairway in the middle. And so where you saw the dog was on one of those floors in one of the rooms.
Oh, I thought it was in the like staircase. Well, not a room.
No, remember what happened was there were some you scared you scared some of the creatures
Blue
away
goblins.
because you sent the the bird flying after them, and they
Mm-hmm.
thought it was the Raven Queen chasing them off,
Yeah.
right? And they fled, and some of you followed them, and you end up in a room where there was a dog statue.
Okay. So we could aim for one of the rooms nearby, one of the bigger rooms, I guess, that had enough that we remember that has enough space for the
Hmm.
curiosity. That way we don't necessarily immediately run into clerics of the Beak either.
I feel like this is going to make a lot of noise.
yeah,
Hmm.
If we're off
and
by a
we can at
bit
least.
and crash through a wall,
Through a
yeah, they're
wall.
gonna know we got.
Oh no.
On the plus side, we can at least shrink it down after we get out of it.
We can.
Yeah, like because what we found it was it's like a big barrel, and then it unfolded into what it is.
Oh, you
So
mean into a barrel form?
Yeah.
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 I was just imagining
Right, well,
a little
then
crab
I
on our
will.
hand.
Yeah. I know. I will. I'll just aim for like the kind of like the first room that I went in after coming in from the landing last time we were here. I start from there.
Okay. Okay, so
And just hope that nobody's currently in there.
you drive the machine, and you all recognize the feelings that you get when you're going through the different power sources and all that stuff. And you feel, remember, right as you're about to, as it's traveling, you feel that weird like stomach feeling when you go down a hill really fast, or when you're on a roller coaster and your stomach's kind of left behind, that thing, right? And then it stops, and um, it Konos, you feel like that it has landed at the correct spot, based on where you wanted to be. And as you sort of enter the plane, as you enter the Dark Plateau, you hear enormous, um, like explosion sounds and uh, crumbling um, stone sounds. And at the point where you should be landing and be able to settle the curiosity down on the ground, Konos, you realize there's no floor under you. So if you open up um, in fact, when you sort of pop into existence in the plane and you feel there's no ground under you, the actual curiosity just starts falling.
Oh.
But your Arcana roll allows you to control it well enough that as it's falling, and if you open the ports so that you could see outside, like all you see is as if you're falling, but Konos is able to control the thing so that you can land sort of on the ground, and you do actually set down on the ground, and you keep hearing this sound of things crumbling and explosions and um, like mass destruction.
Can we
And
see anything out of the viewport?
well, so I'm gonna give you the link to the Owlbear roadie
Okay.
there.
We thought this was going to be like
That
a simple little quest, like grab
Walk
the
in the
little
park.
dog and get out. No.
Because as like I'll ask Marcel, hey, do you all hear the sounds of the world ending, or is that just me?
Yeah, yep. Yep.
Marcel's like, that wasn't us, right?
I sure hope not.
Usually it's not this loud when I try. Oh my. Oh,
So when you look out,
Oh boy.
and you don't have to get out of the curiosity just yet, but when you look out the little portals, you see that the Cathedral of the Beak has been completely destroyed. And there's
oh
like
God.
there's smoke rising from different places where things have collapsed, and there's people all over the ground. You can see them here. This art's actually pretty nasty. I mean, these people are just, they've been crushed, they've been damaged. There's various different pieces of rocks and parts of the wall, and everything is just, the cathedral has been completely destroyed. And remember how this cathedral was. It was sitting on, it's being held by like two giant statues, right? And so it was really high in the air, and so it's been destroyed and it's fallen down. And so there's just this humongous debris field and a bunch of dead bodies. And there, the rest of the town around it is actually like untouched. I mean, you're in Darkport, so this picture actually makes it look like it's sunny outside, but it's gloomy, it's dim light everywhere. People are screaming, they're running away, right? Like there's been an enormous event here very recently, and it's still being, the whole
We were
cathedral is still
hearing
being
it
destroyed.
collapsing when we came in, right?
As you
So it's
landed,
like,
Konos actually put you where, if the tower had been there, you would have landed in the tower. But as you sort of popped into existence, the entire thing had just exploded a few minutes beforehand and was still crumbling and falling down as you popped into the plane, popped into the plateau, and you then you just sort of started going down because it was trying to land on a floor that wasn't there. And now Konos has set you down. Konos regained control of it and set you down on the ground. But now there's basically like a circular spot where the Cathedral of the Beak used to be. And it's just in that circle, you can just see devastation. Except right in the middle of it, you see there's a little, almost like a grove, almost of trees. You can't really see what's going on in there.
How's our Raven friend reacting to what's happening?
He's like flapping his wings, but not like flying up. He's he's sitting on Otto's back, and he's like squawk, squawk,
Agitated.
squawk, squawk, squawk. He has no idea what's happening.
Shall we go out and figure out what's going on?
I mean, can we see like if anything that's attacking the building now, or is that kind of over with at this point?
No, although what you see occasionally from that right in the center, I said you see kind of what looks like a grove of trees almost. It's kind of far away, so you can't really see exactly what's happening there. It looks like there is every once in a while you see like a flash of like lightning or a flash of some kind of energy or power.
Do you want to take us closer in the curiosity, or maybe leave it behind? So you said it was really far away. Maybe we should at least get closer so that we don't have to like run for our lives.
When I say really far, that's just about vision, right? Like it's just so far that you can't really see details of it. But it's not like miles and miles. It's just like where the center of the cathedral would have been, and it's like there's rubble and everything all around you, so it's hard to see. That's all I mean. Not that it's that far. It's maybe 300 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll drive the curiosity towards kind of the center of the center, like through all this wreckage and towards this grove here.
As you're flying over, you see that all of these dead bodies, as you're watching them, you see that either a darkened smoke-like cloud rises from the body, or a sort of wispy, whitish blue form arises out of the body, and they flow toward the same direction that you're going. As they come out of the bodies, they sort of flow up.
That doesn't look good.
As you get closer, you see that it is indeed a strange grove of trees. And the trees, despite the map that you'll be on when I put you on the map, but the trees are actually, they have black trunks and whitish leaves. It's very odd. But there's a little grove there, and it looks like there's a sort of stone. The grove is sort of this ring of trees, several trees deep, but it's a ring of trees. And as you're sort of flying towards it, you see that right in the middle there is a set of standing stones. And every once in a while you still see like flashes of energy or lightning or something happening there. As you get closer, it becomes harder and harder to control the curiosity.
Let's land it before it gets any more difficult. We can always fly back if needed.
I'll set it down. And before we get out, I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself.
Okay. What does that do for you?
Um, so it is one of the big misnomer spells because it doesn't really protect me from good and evil, but it gives me protection from aberrations, celestials, elemental, fey, fiends, and undead. They have disadvantage to attack me, and I cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by those types of creatures.
Okay. Okay. Um,
It lasts for 10 minutes.
okay. All right. Then what? You're gonna get out and
Yeah, let's go. Let's go see what's going on. Gonna assume we're going into like something bad's happening. Shall we try to be stealthy at least until?
Oh, sure, we can try.
I don't know how stealthy we will be because we're not the stealthiest group, but
Mm-mm.
I guess we can get close because we're still like a small distance away. We'll try. We'll get close to the trees and then start stealthing through the trees. See if we can peek in before we actually end up inside.
so so give me some stealth checks then.
Oh, no.
And
Or
19.
Was that a
Not
10, a
myself.
4, and a
Yeah.
19.
and a
Mhm.
212? Yeah. Um,
For level 20.
Powerful level 20 beings.
uh,
Stealth? We don't need stealth.
Nah.
I've heard level 4 parties have better stealth than us.
Mhm.
you are a little lopsided, to be honest.
None of us have passed without a trace, and we don't really have a rogue. We've never
No.
really had a rogue, so yeah, we're we're not built for stealth.
I think I may use this map in my own game.
So you sneak up, uh, air quotes. You sneak up to the edge of this forested opening. Now remember that even though in this picture it looks like the trees are normal brown trunked trees with green leaves, the trees here are black and the leaves are white and gray. And the ground here that looks light green is actually blackened. These stones are exactly how they look, okay? And what you see in the middle is I put a larger picture of the token over here on the right. So if you decrease the size of your map, you can see that large picture. In fact, I will also post this picture in Discord.
Okay, so it's not that actual size in game.
Correct. No, it's a
Okay,
medium
good.
size. It's on the center right here. You can see it on the center, but I just wanted to enlarge it so you could actually see what it looks like. Yeah, it's not that huge size. Um, it is an individual with basically the person is skeleton thin. In fact, their arms and legs look like it has skin on them, but it's literally skin and bones looking. And they are standing on a pile of a layer of skulls, and they've got their hands raised. They have either a mask on that makes their head and face look like a skeleton, or that is their head and face. It's kind of hard for you to tell. Um, and they have some sort of an odd crown on that has big spikes going up. Um, and they are reading from a book that is on an altar made of bones, on a you know platform stand, book stand thing made of bones. And they are saying something that is almost impossible to understand because swirling around them is crackling, sort of purplish, pinkish energy. And as they are speaking, as you're watching, um, after a few moments, one of these dogs appears on
Hmm.
that pillar there.
Mhm.
And as you
I
watch in horror, another one appears.
um I did take the observant feat, so I can read lips. I don't
Mhm.
know if this guy has lips to read, but
So can I.
if there are lips, I would like to. Yeah.
There
Smash
are
it.
no lips, actually.
God damn it.
Um,
Okay.
Oh, well played.
Yep. Yep. All right. That's a lot of dogs. That's a
You
lot of
can't
dogs.
tell what I'm saying because I have no lips.
Yeah. Oh boy. That. Okay. Ooh,
I
boobs.
will.
I just look sideways at Konos. Go. I thought there weren't that many dogs left.
I didn't think so.
And I
so,
thought, I put most of them away. This is not good.
yeah.
I mean, it's
So
kind of
these
convenient.
dogs are distinctly. Uh,
They look smaller.
they're smaller than all the other. Like anytime you saw these things as a statue, they're smaller than that. Also,
Okay. Okay.
they're more fleshy and at the same time more skeletal. So they're, I
Hmm.
mean, that sounds weird, right? Because those feel like opposites, but they are not the same as the dog statues exactly, right? So the dog statues that you've run into, and then the ones that sort of transform from a statue into a fleshy creature were a little bit different. They actually like there was something different about them because they were the imbued dogs, right? These are just some creatures.
Okay.
At least that's what it looks like.
So can we hurt these? Should we stop him? I feel like we should stop
I feel
him.
like we should stop it.
Probably, yeah. Whatever this is.
Let's stop him.
I mean, you have not shown your face yet. I mean, well,
Does that mean we get a surprise round?
no, because you didn't surpass his
Okay.
perceptive capabilities. Well,
So
you did, but
well, yeah. But and with some noisy people. Okay. So do we I
How
think
far
it's
away are we from him?
he's not attacking you.
yeah.
So you're not
But we're about
technically
to.
in combat unless you run out there and do some combat stuff.
I mean, run out there is not necessarily.
True.
Um,
So
but I'm
where,
guessing we're like at the
yeah,
edge of the copse of trees, basically peering
you're
out from
like,
behind the trees.
yeah, so you're like over here,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
right? So you can feel free to throw a token on there.
Remind me, where are y'all finding tokens?
Left hand or right hand side.
Right hand side, there's a bunch of tokens you can drag and drop. And if you click on the token, then you can put the name on.
You might try to refresh your page or something, Matt, if it's not giving you everything.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that has tokens on it. Point of like a move tool, a fog tool, a draw tool.
Yeah, it's on the right hand side. There's right next to that move tool, draw tool, everything.
Yeah.
There should be just some circles with some symbols in them. You might just need to refresh because oh, there's an extra person right now,
Yeah.
so maybe you might have logged you out. Sometimes if it loses its connection at all, it drops off.
Should I just like try to reload it from the link?
Yeah, that's probably best.
Okay. So,
I mean, I could easily put a token on there for you, but I'm afraid it won't let you move it for some reason if I put it on there.
yeah, I mean, all I'm seeing is the really big one off the side of the map.
Yeah. So let me give you.
Try putting a token out for him because I can
Yeah.
move the dogs and everything.
Yes, so can I?
How about?
Yeah, maybe just draw one out. I can just use that.
It might be that you. Let me see. Yeah. So I don't know what the deal is. Anyway.
All right.
So what would you like to do?
That's a wonderful question.
Disintegrate him. Do we want to spread out a bit before we begin the hostilities?
Are you going to begin hostilities? Because if so, then we'll roll initiative.
Yeah, I was just thinking before we roll
Yeah.
initiative, do we want to like?
Right, but you don't
Spat
really
out.
have the element of surprise, so.
It's true.
It's all good. We can do this for level 20.
We're practically gods.
Famous last words.
Said no one ever.
Cool. That's good
Very.
initiative. Which is bad for me because I don't know what I'm doing.
Not the best initiative.
I'm just going to roll initiative for all the creatures at the same time.
What?
Maybe I'll take that back. That'll be for the middle figure.
There is one window on a car that is bouncing sunlight into my face.
Oh. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you see that
I
like
do see it
bright
now.
light. I might have to close the curtains.
Sam, how large is the creature in the middle? How large is the skeleton man person thing?
He's a medium-sized creature.
Perfect.
Great. Now instead of a spotlight, I have just like rays.
There you go.
So I'm going to actually switch us over to the screen here. So
I got a 17 initiative. I wrote it down in the DnDeBrief Discord, so you have it actually written down.
okay. Okay, so so you got so Marcel got a 17. What did Konos get?
12.
And Imran?
18.
Okay, so the person in the middle got a 23,
Good.
and then it's going to be Imran
Okay.
with an 18, and then Marcel with a 17, and then all of the dogs with a 16, and then Konos with a 12. Which means it is Skeletal Man's turn first. He sees you. How does that work? Sorry. He sees you and he looks over, and you hear in your minds a voice that you recognize. And he says, "Welcome to the party.
God.
How nice to see you all again."
I had a feeling.
You
Yeah, same.
feel a wave of malign energy sort of sweep out.
Hmm?
It's so thick you can almost see it, and you don't know if it really is a wave of energy that you can see because of the dark plateau, or if just your honed senses as really powerful people in the universe now has allowed you to sort of sense it. But there is this swoosh of energy that emanates out. I just need to check something here. Yeah, so all three of you need to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh boy.
This is not a charm effect, but it will bestow a curse if you fail.
Okay.
Ooh. Is this a spell being cast?
It is not. It is an aura.
Okay.
23.
Let's see. 21.
19.
And remember, you have advantage on saves because
Oh,
of foresight.
that's right. That's the 24.
Basically, you have advantage on every d20 roll you make.
Okay. Okay.
The DC was 20.
Yeah, I
Oh
kinda
no,
figured.
Marcel.
I rolled a 9.
Ouch.
Oh
So this is
no.
an aura of anti-life, and Marcel is now vulnerable to necrotic damage and auto fails death saves.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Excuse me?
crap.
I'm sorry.
By auto fail, you mean like a less than a 10 or like a natural 1?
Like less than a 10. Like Marcel cannot
Okay.
succeed on a death
Succeed
save.
a save.
Okay.
And you said I was vulnerable to
He-
what?
You are now
Yeah.
vulnerable to necrotic damage.
Okay.
Product.
Okay.
Um,
It's fine.
Yeah.
Konos, do you still have the scroll of vile undoing that makes someone vulnerable to whatever they're like most resistant against or something like that? I forget what it does, but I remember that the other day.
I'm glad you did.
That might be fun.
That would be
Because
very
we're
fun.
all
Yeah.
like lightning based.
I think to actually have that. I don't know if any of us took it or that was
I
redistributed.
I
thought we
mean,
had talked about it.
yeah, you anything that he had that you wanted other than his special sword thing, you could actually
Yeah.
have. Like you don't have to say that he kept that. Um, that should be in my notes at some point. I also forgot about that momentarily.
Because I thought I had Konos translate it and you explained what it was to me, and I was like, I don't really want it, you can have it. So I thought you had it.
That could be possible. I was thinking
Yeah,
that
Scroll of Vile Undoing turns resistance to weakness.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
assuming he's resistant to something, you can turn that resistance to a weakness.
yeah, so I think that's in the write-up that at the end of that write-up, remember I gave you that summary write-up?
Oh,
At the end of the write-up, I believe, if I could find the write-up myself, I believe that I listed out some of the items that were not all together spelled out to you.
Yeah. That was something we found in the Temple of the Mud.
Yeah, very
yeah.
long time ago. What did I do with
We
that?
really haven't had a reason to use it.
Yeah, it feels a little like now or never. But I don't remember, is Laralac resistant to lightning and thunder, or is he immune? I feel like he's immune.
Is he? I don't
I don't
remember.
remember.
I just know that I started taking radiant spells because fuck this undead bastard.
Right, agreed.
Yeah.
That is wise.
Yeah, so yeah, this was the scroll found on the shelf in the Temple of Mud. It's in Primordial. It turns an individual's reliable defense into a great weakness. Mechanically, it causes their resistance to become a vulnerability. It works on up to 3 resistances, and the resistances do not have to be on the same creature as long as the creatures are within 60 feet of each other. Oh,
Oh
what did we lose?
no. I don't know, we can use it or we can save it for later, but we need to figure out where the stupid soul jar is so we can kill this guy.
I hope Matt didn't lose his internet.
Oh, I hope not. There he is.
Just a hiccup.
Yeah.
That my laptop battery literally died, so I had to switch my other.
Mm.
It's like
That'll do it.
because I forgot to plug it in, and I'm an idiot. So and like in the 2 seconds it died, it was enough for it to go into complete hard crash reset mode.
Oh,
So
Of course.
um
of course.
yeah,
So did you hear me read the actual mechanics of the Scroll of Vile Undoing?
I did not, unfortunately.
Okay, so the mechanics work like this. If you can cast the spell, because it's written in Primordial, so you have to be able to do something with it. It causes a creature's resistance to become a vulnerability. So anything it's resistant to, now it becomes vulnerable to. It works on up to 3 resistances, And the resistances do not even have to be on the same creature, so you could pick 3 creatures and each of them choose a resistance for each of them, right? But they have to be within 60 feet of each other for that to work.
Okay. Do I need to know what they're resistant to choose something, or just automatically reverse something?
You have to choose.
Okay, so I need. Okay.
So we need to figure out resistances first.
True.
Yep.
That's yeah. Okay.
Does Kono speak Primordial?
I do.
Yep.
So that was he looked up, he spoke directly into your minds. How nice to see you again, my old friends. I knew you would come to this party just like you came to the last party.
No.
It is so good to see you all. I'm
We
very
like
happy
crashing
to
your
be
parties.
celebrating this with you. As you can see, I've brought other friends myself. Come out into the open so that you can enjoy the process.
You Lurlac. We'll crash all your parties.
What did you say? Did you say that out loud?
Yes.
You said fuck you, Lairlac?
Yes.
Beautiful.
He looks directly at you, Marcel, and he says,
Oh no.
There's my, oh. He says, call me by my true name.
Oh.
And what's that?
Wouldn't you like to know? Imran knows.
Yes, actually.
Why?
Imran does. She doesn't know that she knows. She's known the entire time. And he sort of gives that horrible old man, dirty old man laugh.
Yeah, I'm next, right?
Imran, it's your turn.
Yeah, I cast Thorn Whip and
Which does what?
pull him. It's a cantrip, 60-foot range. I need to make a melee spell attack, and if the attack hits, the creature takes damage and is pulled up to 10 feet closer to me. I'm trying to pull him off the platform.
What kind of damage?
Piercing damage. So this is...
Does he get a save?
It's a melee spell attack. So I make an attack roll, which I have advantage on, and plus 11. That's a 28 to hit.
That hits.
And 46 damage. We're just going to use D&D Beyond for 15 points of damage, and he's pulled 10 feet closer to us.
So as the whip lashes out, instead of wrapping around him, at the last second it moves to this dog.
Oh no!
And pulls the dog closer to you.
Oh, that's real close.
And well, how far was it supposed to pull him?
10 feet.
Okay. It pulls
10
into
feet.
here.
Okay, that's better. All right.
And how much damage did that do?
15 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Don't really have a good bonus action. So I'm going to go with Old Faithful and cast Spiritual Weapon at 4th level. Above the dog's head that just got pulled closer to us, because it seems like he's not going to take damage until these things are gone. So I'm going to roll again. That's really bad. That's also really bad. It's still a 19 to hit.
For which one?
The dog.
The dog
That's
in front of
kind
me?
of closest, yeah.
That hits.
Cool, cool. So that's 15 points of radiant. Can I? No. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. You decided this was thunder damage, right?
Yes.
Lightning. Thunder damage. Something like that.
Very different things, thunder and lightning.
I know.
One's sound and one's light.
So anything else for Imran?
I would like to move. Don't know where. We're gonna go here. And I'm gonna skirt the dog so it can't, hopefully, attack me. And that is my turn.
Okay. Marcel.
Okay. How bushy are these trees? You said they were black with like silvery white.
Yeah, white and
Leaves.
gray leaves. They have tall trunks and they don't leaf out until they hit about 15 feet above your head.
Okay.
So there's really
But
like
when
no
they do,
leaves.
like when they do leaf out, is it like a bushy? Like would it give cover?
Yes, they form a full complete canopy. So in fact, you don't see, if there was a sun out in Darkport, you would not see the sun above your head.
Okay. Okay. Do we want to figure out if if we want to turn those resistances to vulnerabilities?
Yeah, if we can figure out what he's resistant to.
He wasn't like absorbing lightning or something, right? Can't remember.
Just now, no.
Well, he hasn't been hit by lightning now. You know what? I'm gonna do the other thing. All right. I'm going to summon. I'm stuttering. Okay. I'm gonna summon a sphere of whirling air.
Okay.
Right here. Doop.
Okay, and what does it do?
It's a concentration, so the sphere is gonna stay there.
Mm-hmm.
Each creature in the sphere, when it appears, must make a strength saving throw. And we're casting that at 4th level. Strength saving throw or take 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so let's do these 3 dogs first. I'm going to name this dog 2. It's dog 4, which makes that dog 3. This happens to be dog 1. Okay, and that would be 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's start with dog 4. What's the DC?
18.
Fail, succeed, fail. So 4 failed, 3 succeeded, 2 failed. I'm assuming 2 is in there.
Okay, so
And then
it's 7 damage, 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And
then what?
it does not say half damage on a success, so it's only if they fail.
Okay. So 3 succeeded, 4.
If they end their turn in there, they're gonna have to do that again.
Okay.
And the sphere is difficult terrain.
Okay. And then he actually failed too, so 7 damage to him as well.
And that's bludgeoning. And then as a bonus action, I am going to cause a bolt of lightning to go from the sphere to Larilac. To test his lightning resistance.
Okay, and how much damage does it do?
Well, I have to hit him first,
Okay.
but I rolled 28, so I'm going to assume that hits.
Yes, that hits.
Good. Love it when 28 hits. And then I need 46 lightning damage. I need 46s.
4d6, right? Not 46.
Yeah, no. 4d6.
No, 46.
46 would be fine. I don't think I can do that with 4d6 though. Wow, that's garbage numbers. Let's use what's it called? I think it's just 1 point to reroll stuff. Hold on. I haven't played Marcel in a while. Oh no, I got rid of that. What? Oh, no, there it is. Empowered spell. 1 sorcery point. Reroll dice. Like, what were you thinking past? No, it's fine. Okay, that's much better. So that's going to be 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 lightning damage.
Okay.
Does it look like he took the full brunt of that?
He took some of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there you
Okay.
go.
There we go.
And then I am going to fly into the tree like a coward and
God, I love
how
Marcel.
does a coward fly?
I'm gonna go hide in the tree, 15 feet or 20 feet up, and just in the branches
Yeah.
of the tree.
Yeah.
Okay. That leaves this dog to jump and get close to Konos.
Sorry, Konos.
This one, let me check something real quick.
Oh, I'm way out there. I didn't realize.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yep.
It's okay. It's fine.
This one jumps down.
What's my AC?
Okay. This one in front of Konos will make an attempt to bite Konos twice.
Is it a fiend or undead or anything like that?
It is a fiend.
It's got disadvantage to attack me because of the protection spell I've got.
Okay, the first roll is a 23.
Hits.
I rolled a 16 and an 18.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Second roll, oh, one of the die has a 1, so the second one fails. The first one is going to do... Okay, 11 piercing plus... Where's my other one? 11 piercing plus 27 psychic damage.
Oh,
I am. Okay. So I'm resistant to psychic,
oh boy.
Okay.
and then it takes some of that back because of the thing I've got. Hang on. Thought shield. When a creature deals psychic damage to you, it takes the same amount of damage that you do. So
Okay.
11 piercing and 27 halved 13, so it'll take 13 as well. And then I rolled a 9 on the concentration, so the protection spell is gone now.
Okay. It sort of looks at you surprised when you make it take the same damage that it gave you. And this one's going to attack Imran twice.
Also has disadvantage because I have port sight.
Okay.
Sam,
Yes.
I'm an elemental adept.
Uh-huh.
If he's resistance to lightning damage, I ignore that.
Nice.
Okay.
So me doing lightning damage against him doesn't actually give us jack shit in terms of information of his resistances, but also who cares? I'm Marcel.
So you ignore his resistance is what you're telling me?
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't ignore immunities, but it does ignore resistance to lightning.
All right.
Specifically lightning damage.
Okay. Does a... No, this does not hit Imran. Nope, 12 totally misses you. Okay. I'm assuming, right? 12 misses you, Imran.
Correct.
Okay. Stupid disadvantage.
Better.
Okay, Konos.
Yeah. Okay, that hurt. I'm going to try to use Bolum to absorb the one in front of me, like I've done with the other dogs / statues we've been encountering, and see if this is kind of the same type or not.
Doesn't work.
Oh dear. That's my action.
No, you can have a different action. You don't have
Oh,
to. You would tell as
Okay.
soon as you started to try to like focus that energy and pull that creature's essence into Bolum, you would tell right away. So you don't have to spend your whole turn doing that.
Thank you. In that case, I will. I'll cast Booming Blade and we'll attack it. So that is. Ow. Does a 15 hit it?
It does not.
Okay.
It has a thick, bony hide with lots of spikes.
Then that is my turn.
Okay. At this point, now he's starting his turn. Does he have to make a save or something?
No, it's only if they end the turn inside the sphere.
Okay. He flies up and out. And he lands beside Imran.
It is difficult terrain, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just in case that matters.
Okay. Okay.
And he puts his hand on Imran's shoulder and tries to basically suck her life force out. So
Good.
it's an attack, so it's gonna be at disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage.
Thank
you, Konos.
It's still a 24 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Oh god.
boy.
He gets a plus 12 to his attack, so even a...
Oh!
Yeah. So
Boy.
Imran is going to take... ...28 necrotic damage.
Okay. I am resistant to necrotic.
Yep, so 14.
14. Okay.
And that doesn't make any sense. That's weird. And then he flies away, but it acts as a disengage, so you don't get to attack him. And he flies over to Marcel. He's now hovering in front of Marcel. That's the end of his turn.
He's fast.
He is.
Yeah. I don't like this version of him.
Marcel. No, sorry, Imran. It's your turn now.
Okay.
There is a spiky doggy thing in front of you.
Yeah, I see that. Okay. changed a lot of things that I was gonna do.
Mhm.
I don't want him that close to Marcel. So I'm gonna try my thorn whip again and see if I can pull him back to me. I'm gonna see if it works. I don't know. It might hit another dog, but even if it does, I want to see if I can pull him back. Okay. 29 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And another 46. 16 points of piercing damage, and whatever I hit is pulled closer to me if it can be.
It's piercing, you said?
Yes.
Okay. You hit him and you pull, and while you only expected it to pull him 10 feet, he comes all the way back to being next to you.
Great. Perfect.
He turns to you, and in your mind you hear, "Oh, Imran, I knew you didn't want me to go."
Oh, you're so creepy. Stop.
Anything else?
Nope, we're just... Oh, my spiritual weapon's up. I'm gonna hit him with my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Baby. That's a natural 1. That's a 9.
You have,
so,
you have advantage.
Yeah. 20.
20 hits?
Yeah, 20.
Are you hitting him or the dog?
Him.
Okay. What kind of damage does he do?
Crappy damage. 10 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
If that does anything.
Not as much as you wanted it to.
Okay. I yell out to Konos, "It's thunder damage!" At least one of them.
Yeah, so far nothing that anybody's done to him has hurt him all the way. Well, I take it back. Marcel's
Good.
did because Marcel's thing ignores his
Yeah, because
resistance.
Marcel's special. Okay.
Yeah. And it's Marcel's turn now, so.
Great. Fuck this guy at his speed. Great. I just double check some. Okay. Let's not do that then. Boop, boop, boop. Emran is like in trouble. I'm gonna go.
Fine. Do whatever you need to do. It's fine.
Oh wait.
Konos is
Sorry,
the one who
this-
got beat up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's fine. He's fine. He's got like over 100 hit points.
All 3 of you do, but that's beside the point. He's the only one that got hit.
10 feet. Okay. That's what I literally cannot get within 10 feet and do what I plan to do. Sorry, Kono. I was going to try to do some damage to that dog. But I'm going to fly down here and let off a lightning bolt to get both douchebag and the dog.
That's not my true name, he says.
Well, you said I knew, though. I say that is your true name.
So that's a dex save. DC 18.
Oh yeah, easily makes it. I mean, he does. Does the dog make it too?
Easily.
Oh yeah, I rolled an 18 on the die for the dog, so he makes it as well.
Okay, well, fuck them both. They still take half damage. So that was 21. Wait, No, because I rolled 1, 2, 3 ones. That's not cool. Wait, how do I? Fuck. Where's the chat?
What are you trying to do?
Check my damage because I can re-roll stuff. How? Oh, this sucks. It doesn't actually let me see the numbers. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna re-roll 1, 2, 3, 4 of them because I rolled 3 ones and a 2. That's better. A 6, a 4, a 4, and a 4. Much more damage.
That's a
All right, now
lot
I need
more
a
damage.
calculator.
Mhm. That's 18 plus what?
Plus 16.
34.
So half of that for both of them because I ignore resistance.
Okay.
So that's 17 damage. 17 lightning damage for both of them.
That's number 4.
How does it feel to take full damage? Okay. So when I cast a spell that does lightning damage,
Mm-hmm.
everyone within 10 feet of me, so the asshole, takes another 10 lightning damage.
Okay.
Literally never use this, even though I've had it since like level 6 because I'm never close enough.
You're never in range. I was gonna say you're provoking a lot of
Yeah.
ire from a lot of people, and
I know. That's why
I'm so
I'm gonna
worried.
fly 10 feet into the air with. No, that's a bonus action. Fuck it. Okay. That was what? 20 feet of movement. So I've still got 40 feet. I need to get away from the dogs. I'm gonna fly. I don't want to get that far away from Emran either.
I was gonna say if you stay, I was gonna try and greater restoration you to get that necrotic weakness off of you because that's making me real nervous.
It's fine. I just don't have to get hit. Playing with fire here.
What
You are
doing?
playing with fire.
Rest. Is that a touch spell?
It is. It's the
Fuck.
problem.
Yeah, that
I'm
means
gonna
I
have
stay
to
like really
provoke
close.
some. Yeah.
Nah, it's fine. We'll worry about that later. I'm gonna fly
Sorry.
30 feet up into the air. Whoops. Sorry. Where was I? Here?
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah. 30 feet into the air and back into the trees. But like 30 feet up, I don't know if there's still trees at 30 feet up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, they're taller than they were a minute ago. They're like growing.
Fascinating. All right. Cool. I'm just gonna
You're just gonna hang out
admire
in
the
branches.
foliage.
So this dog creature in front of Imran
Oh, wait.
is. Yep.
I have a bonus action.
And what are you doing?
I have another. I'm gonna zap him again
With what now?
with the lightning storm. Oh, never mind. That wasn't that one.
Okay, so you're not. Okay, so the dog is going to attack twice. Here's the first one. 2 ones.
Amazing.
Terrible.
And then 13 is the high on that one, so that's a no. Then there's a dog in front of Konos. 2 4s.
Oh no.
And then
Clearly, they're intimidated by all my lightning.
15, which I don't think surpasses your AC.
No, it's 17.
Yeah, and then these. Actually, it's just going to go here.
Oh boy. That's
Remember when I said Emran was the one that needed help?
I mean, 2, sure, fine. 3,
Yeah,
oh, and
give it
they're all
another
getting
turn.
closer. Yeah.
Okay.
We need to thin the herd.
Konos.
Okay. Well, this might help solve a couple of our problems, not all of them. I'm going to cast Banishment on
Ooh,
Dog
that is
1 and Dog
smart,
4.
actually.
Okay.
They have to make DC 19 Charisma saves, please.
Okay. No and no.
Right.
So
They're
one and
both sent
4.
back to... Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to move them off here because they are now. Are they now? Where do they go? Do they go for 1 minute or do they go for all eternity?
1 minute.
Well, it's up to a minute. It kind of depends on if it's native to this plane of existence, it goes to a harmless demi-plane. If they're from a different plane of existence, they are banished to its whatever its home plane was. If the spell ends before a minute has passed, they reappear on the space it left. Otherwise, they do not return. So
Okay.
clock's ticking on those two.
Okay. Anything else?
That is my turn.
Okay.
Stay where I am.
He looks around and he says, "That wasn't very nice. Those are my companions." And he looks at Konos and Marcel and at Konos and Marcel. And
Can he see me though? I have
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah, he can see you. Konos, you need to give me a charisma saving throw.
Is he casting a spell?
He is not casting a spell.
Okay.
Almost nothing this guy does is a spell. They're all inherent actions,
Right.
inherent abilities.
Perfect.
Fuck this guy in particular.
Okay. Translation: the DM
Counterspell.
doesn't want to deal with counterspell tonight. 29.
Okay. You feel that he was trying to pull a portion of your soul and banish it away to a different plateau, but he did not
Portion?
succeed.
Boy.
And then he's going to
Oh.
reach out and try to grab onto Imran again. 14. I rolled a 2 and a 3. That sucks. That's gonna miss
that
you.
sucks. That is going to miss.
And then he says, "Very well. If you won't succumb, maybe someone else will." And he flies over and lands in front of Konos. And then it is Imran's turn.
Stop it. God, why do you keep running away from me? I'm gonna ignore this dog for the... Well, we need to thin them out.
They do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they
a
do
lot of
hurt.
damage.
If they hit you, they can hit with a wallop.
Assuming they can hit you.
Oh, can you move your tail?
And you don't want to get swarmed by 5 of them.
I really don't, actually. Please move your tail.
So far, Sam's dog dice have been playing nice, but we don't
Yeah.
know when that's going to stop.
Well, I mean, they did a number on Konos.
Yeah, but it could have been a lot worse if you'd been hitting more.
Right.
Well, I know my spiritual weapon's still up, so I'm going to do that first.
Yeah, so let's
I'm
put a
gonna move it.
token where it is, actually.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Here.
So it is going to hit the dog with a natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
So 16 plus 5 is 21 points of thunder damage to Doggo.
Okay.
And I would like to cast something else. Just don't bite my hand. Okay. I'm gonna cast Firestorm again.
You're gonna.
So this is the
Sorry, you're gonna cast Firestorm.
yes.
What's it do?
So this is the guy that does 10 10-foot cubes
Okay.
of fire things.
As long as they're all connected.
So
Is that the...
correct.
I have a question. Can you overlap those? Make them all like more than one cover the same area?
Maybe
They're. What's the size of them?
10 feet.
10 feet.
And so I'm assuming that you want to get
10-foot cubes. Yeah.
you want to get this guy, I'm assuming. Or are you just trying to get the dogs? Because if you go just for the dogs, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get
We can get
all
all
of the
the-
dogs. Because it's 10.
I'm gonna go for the dogs.
It's 10 10 by 10 cubes. Is that right?
It says 10 10-foot cubes.
Okay. So you're gonna go for the
It was
dogs.
bigger than I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get.
You could go for the dogs with only 7, which is why I'm asking, can the other
1,
3 just like overlap
2,
and hit more of them?
because that's 7 cubes, and you've got all the dogs. But you don't get to overlap and hit them again. That's not really how it works.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't think so. Can I go 3 more cubes and get Laralac in there?
You could go. I'm assuming you don't want to get yourself.
I would prefer not to.
So yeah, you could get 3 there.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
So what happens now? Do they get a save or anything?
So each cube must have one face. Yes, a dexterity saving throw DC 19.
Okay. Let's do number 5. Nope. Number 6. Nope. Number 2. Made it. Number 7. Rolled a 1. Number 3. Rolled a 20. So 3. I'm gonna just put a 3 made it and 7 didn't make it. Who made it? 2, right? Those 2 did it, and then Laralac himself. What's the DC again?
19.
Fine, he rolled it. So, okay, so he made it. So I'll put a blue halo on him too. So what do they take if they failed the save?
I rolled crappy damage. I rolled a 25.
25 damage.
Not great. Yeah, fire damage.
I mean, you're going for
Something,
area
but-
coverage.
Yeah.
So 25 fire damage. So number 5. Okay, number 8, or no, 6. That is. Number 2 succeeded as half damage. Is that right?
Yes.
Number 7. Number 7 bursts into a ball of flames, and then when the flames die down, it's just a bunch of ashes on the ground.
Okay.
Nice.
Because he got hit before, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then Laralax. Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Well, I'm free of the dog now, so I can move.
Now, does this fire burn out right away, or?
Yes. So that was
Okay.
the other thing I was going to mention. It says I can choose not to affect plant life.
Okay.
So I would like to not burn any of the plants in this area because I have no idea what this area is.
I mean, all this ground is all blackened anyway, so.
I'm still going to err on the side of caution and
fine.
not.
But it only lasts for one turn, or does it go
round.
away?
Yes,
Yeah.
it goes away.
Just
So it is gone.
okay. Is this a whirling wind tunnel?
It's still there.
Okay.
It is still.
As long as I'm concentrating on it, it lasts for like a minute at least. Yeah, 1 minute.
I'm gonna get into flanking position with Konos.
Okay. Marcel.
It's me. I'm Marcel. Okay. I would like to kill everyone. Okay. Yeah, why not? Sure, that's what I have. All right, I'm gonna cast Disintegrate, and I'm gonna twin spell it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for Laralac and I guess dog number 6.
This one here. Oops.
Leave no
This
trace.
one right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's, I believe, a attack. No, it's a Dex. Really? Huh. Okay. Dex save. DC 18.
Okay, let's do the dog first.
It's gonna be really sad if both of them succeed.
What is it, Dex? That's a 14, so that one fails. So what happens? It dies?
Hopefully.
Basically, yeah.
Hold on.
It's a lot of damage.
It's a
I
lot
have
of
to roll the
damage.
damage.
Disintegrate.
Yeah, it's 10d6 plus 40
yeah.
damage.
Oh, yeah,
40.
it's gonna kill it. It's gonna kill it. You don't even have to roll.
Yeah, that's 83 damage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So let's
That's
see.
a good roll.
That's not even upcast. That's just
Oh my
straight up
god.
level 6.
Oh my god.
Okay.
The important question is, does Laralac make it?
Yeah, that's the question.
What is it? A Dex save?
Yeah.
Hmm. For a moment, he looks at you.
Oh.
And you can see that the effect of the spell kind of pauses ever so briefly. And then it takes effect. So how much damage did it do?
83 force damage.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So, what the fuck are we doing with this guy? He goes down and then he just pops right back up.
I know.
I'm gonna click and spell.
He
burning
absorbed.
through
He
my.
absorbed. He took all that damage and just sort of absorbed it into his body. Like you could tell it affected him, but he chose.
Affected him.
He chose to take
Yeah, I'm like,
Mhm.
what?
I don't
Okay, I
don't like
really
it.
don't like the fact that he just like took the damage.
I feel like this was like the first fight that we did that he wanted us to hit him, and now I just feel like this is the same exact thing, and now I just am very paranoid.
But does he look like injured from that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He
Okay,
took the damage.
so he chose to take the damage. He's like, yeah, I can take the damage. Ah, curiouser and curiouser. Wait, is that? Mm, no, I'm not gonna.
Do you have
I'm not
anything
gonna
else
do
you want
that.
to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna send another lightning bolt at him from the sphere, which is an attack, so I have to roll for it. Hey, that's better. That's 23.
That hits.
Great. So he takes. Would you stop rolling ones? God damn it. Okay. No, I don't want to use more meta magic. I'm just gonna do my elemental thing that makes them twos instead of ones, because why not? So that's gonna be 14 lightning damage.
Okay. Okay. These dogs.
Ooh.
5 and 2 are going to attack Imran.
Okay.
Yeah, 23.
Yep.
That one's going to miss. Second one attacking 17. I think that misses, right?
Correct.
Okay, so only one of them hit, but you will
Hmm.
still take 13 piercing damage plus
8.
33 psychic damage.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Ouch.
That's one hit. When they get 2 attacks each, only one
Yep.
of them hit.
Yep.
That
foresight is saving my butt right
yes,
now.
it is. Konos.
Yeah. Okay. Really don't like him being that close to me. I'm gonna try something out of left field.
Oh,
I'm gonna cast Plane Shift on
so I don't.
Laralac.
Well, to be fair, the one dog is probably flanking with Laralac, so probably did not have disadvantage.
It's fine.
Is that right?
I'm
Okay.
not gonna-
Okay.
It's fine.
I figured I would be fair because we're
Yeah,
doing
no, I get it.
advantage and
It's fine.
stuff. And
So what is Plane Shift going to do, Konos, to him?
So this is alternate use of this spell. You can use this spell to banish an unwilling creature to another plane. I have to make a melee spell attack against him. If I hit him, he has to make a charisma saving throw. If he fails, he's transported to a random location on the plane of existence I specify. So I have to roll to hit him. 24 to hit.
That hits.
And then he's got to make a DC 19 charisma save.
Passes it.
Oh, crap.
He has a plus 12 to his charisma saves.
Damn.
Charismatic skeleton boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
His
man.
saves are like out of this world.
Yeah, I'm kind of assuming he has like a +10 to everything, at least.
I would imagine, yeah.
And he probably would have had legendary resistance or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Which for some
That's
reason he
my
chose
turn.
not to use against Disintegrate.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I was gonna try sending him to the Nine Hells, or sorry, the Red Plateau. Let him be their problem. But yeah, now I'm just gonna stand there shaking for a bit.
Okay. He is going to fly up and try to reach Marcel, but that means that Konos and Imran both get an attack against him.
Yeah. Okay.
This is my tree. Go find your own tree.
There's a 32 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Jeez.
I rolled a 19. I got a plus 13. He takes 9 piercing damage.
8 points of bludgeoning damage from me.
Are those magical weapons?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm using Bolum.
Okay.
Using my
How
Glory of
much was that
Vorosities.
total?
17.
9 for me.
And 8
Yeah,
for me.
17
yeah,
total.
17.
Okay. Marcel.
Yes.
Oh.
He tries to put his hand on your shoulder.
Great.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna work, guys.
29 to hit.
I told you it was gonna work.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You are going to take necrotic damage, which I believe you are vulnerable to, or something.
Yep. Or something, he says after giving me that vulnerability.
Something.
I
It's
rolled
okay,
the
I have-
lowest. I rolled the lowest thing possible.
Good.
It's still 16, but you're vulnerable. So
hmm
32.
yeah,
Okay. So 32 for me.
right.
He takes some damage
Why?
because he
Good.
hit me.
But why is that?
Hit me.
Because I have something called Storm's Fury.
Okay.
So as a reaction, he takes 20 lightning damage,
Mhm.
which he takes in full.
Okay.
And give me a strength saving throw.
17.
That's a failure. So I push him in
Right,
a
but
straight.
no, he succeeds. Legendary
Well, fuck him.
resistance.
Well, he gets blasted in the face with a it's kind of like you touched a ball of lightning and it just exploded with lightning.
Okay. After you do that, he puts his other hand on you.
Ah, fuck you.
Oh no.
Oh my god. What?
25 to hit.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And
I
you take
refuse. Absolutely not.
28 necrotic damage.
Is
Plus-
that already doubled?
Nope.
Oh, good.
No.
So 56.
No.
Ooh. Ow.
Oh.
And do you get to do that thing
Yes.
again?
No, because it takes my reaction.
Okay.
That changes.
So now he's sitting there with both of
I-
his hands on you. His hands are on your
Oh, boy.
shoulders.
That's the sound I make.
Oh dear. Nope.
All right. Imran.
Hi.
He seems to be like pulling all of the energy out of Marcel.
Yeah, that took
Yeah,
2/3.
no, we don't.
That took 2/3 of
Oh.
my HP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We don't like that. This is not. God, there's so many things
Ow.
around me. Okay. Bonus action, spiritual weapon, moves to dog number 5, sure.
I don't think Marcel has ever suffered this much pain before.
27 points. Not points, sorry. It's 27 to hit.
That hits.
27 points of 2 aim damage.
To aim. 14 points of thunder damage. And I am going to... it's not touch. I am going to cast heal on Marcel, so you regain 70 hit points.
That's cool.
70.
Because I'm... Yes.
If
And I yell to Larilac, you gotta take me out first, because I'm just gonna keep healing everybody.
Marcel, if Larilac had skin on his face, you would see his eyebrows furrow.
He had eyebrows.
Oh look, I'm almost back to full.
Almost.
Marcel, it is your turn.
Great. I hate this guy.
Like a thunder step or a misty step or...
Oh yeah, no, I do. I'm gonna thunder step.
Perfect.
I'm gonna thunder step. At sure, let's do it at 5th level. He needs to roll a con saving throw.
I rolled a 1, but he will legendary resistance that one. He passes it.
Okay. Let me check if he takes half damage. Okay. On a failed save, half as much as on a successful one. So he still takes half damage.
He's also
So that's going to
resistant.
be 38. No, he's... Wait, let me double check. No, it's just lightning. Okay. Yeah, so he is resistant. So he takes half of that
So,
again.
19.
So wait, it was
It
38.
was 38 and half is 19.
Yeah,
38 was the total.
but he saved,
Oh,
so
okay.
he takes 9 damage.
Maybe he won't save against that. He'll take the whole 38. I thought it was going to be more than that.
Oh, okay.
He'll take the 38.
Fuck you.
Okay. Anything else?
Okay,
Does that
so,
make you move?
wait.
Is that what happens?
Yes, it does. So let me just... There's too much going on. All right, so I can move... teleport yourself to non-occupied space 90 feet. So I can go where the fuck I want. I'm gonna go behind my sphere. Why not?
Okay.
So I'm gonna teleport there. Okay, so that was my action. Bonus action. That was a spell.
Excuse me.
Okay. I'm just gonna hit him with lightning again. Almost a nat 20. Almost. So that's a 29 to hit.
Hits.
And 15. 15 more lightning damage.
Okay.
And that's my turn. Oh, hold on. I need to do a save. Because that's a concentration spell.
Oh.
How much damage did I take?
You took 56 that one time.
56?
Yeah, there's no way I can.
There's no way.
Hold on.
But
It's half the
that's
damage.
because you're vulnerable to it. So it
But
would
it's
have
the
been.
damage you take.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Isn't it half damage or 10 or something, whichever? Oh,
It's half damage or 10, whichever's higher.
whichever's more. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a 28
Yeah.
that I have to roll.
Yeah.
I can roll that if I 19 or higher, but I rolled a 9. So
Okay.
let's take that back. You did not take 14 hit points, and the sphere is gone. I'm still teleporting there, so that part is done. But that means I have a bonus action still. So I'm just gonna bonus action. Yeah, sure, why not? Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna try and get rid of some of those dogs. So that's gonna be 26 and 22.
It hits.
I'll go for 2 for 2 and 2 for 3.
Okay.
And then the same 22 and 26.
Yeah,
Wasn't
hits.
that? How did I roll the same thing on both? Amazing.
So how much damage?
First one takes 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
And the second one takes 5 force damage.
Okay.
Not quite as impactful as I could be because I am not a warlock. I'm using borrowed spells. Okay, and that's my turn.
Okay. The dogs, all three at the same time, they sort of lean back and they howl into the air. And Laralac moves over to Immerin and tries to put his hand on her shoulder. They gave him their turns. That's going to be a 26 to hit.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, I rolled it with disadvantage.
Yeah, that's it.
So you're going to take...
Oh boy.
10... No, sorry. I'm rolling the wrong thing. You're going to take 29 necrotic damage.
Halved.
Of course, you're halving, not doubling.
Yeah. I would probably be dead. What is 29 halved? Why am I blanking? 14? 14.
Yes.
14.
Yeah.
And then you hear him laughing in your mind.
Okay.
Onos.
Good boy.
Okay.
Oh,
Nothing
boy.
else I'm doing is working, so I'm just time to start blasting. 4 Eldritch Blasts coming his way. So I started blasting. Okay, so that is a 18 and a 19 on the first two.
That hits. On the dogs or on Laralac?
The first two are going to be at Laralac.
Okay, they both hit.
Okay. 8 plus 24 force damage, and he is pushed 20 feet away.
Which direction do you want him to go in?
Let's just have him go like that direction.
Like here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll work. And then third one at dog 5, and fourth one at dog 2. That is a normal. There's a 20 and a 29
Yeah,
hit.
they both hit. That
Okay.
was at 5 and 2.
Yeah. So number 5 takes 6 points of force damage. Number 2
And
takes
bursts into
6 points.
5 bursts into a ball of ash.
Okay.
How much did number 2 take?
6. It's also pushed 10 feet away.
Okay.
Um, and I'll move.
Konos is your tank, you guys.
No, I think that's Emran's job.
Konos just kicked some ass.
I'm gonna move I'll move up next to Emran.
Okay.
That's my turn. The scroll, the violin doing. Does a target get a save against that, or does it just automatically work?
I will just tell you right now, you shouldn't use it because he's really close to death.
Fair.
It would be
Okay.
It would be a waste to use it right now at this point.
Okay.
He moves back over to here and tries to put his hand on Imran one more time with disadvantage. Oh, fuck. Rolled a 1. And then Imran, I need a charisma save from you.
Advantage, because this foresight thing is my favorite thing. Ooh, that's still not. I don't think that's enough. That's 18.
The 2 of you see Imran vanish.
What?
She disappears.
Shit. Plane shifted me.
Imran, you are banished to the ethereal plane
Good. Great.
until
Perfect.
the end of your next turn, which happens to be the very next turn. So you're skipped, Marcel.
Cast Cure Wounds on myself while I'm in the ethereal plane.
Let me see.
Was that a spell?
While you're banished, your speed is 0. You're incapacitated and invisible to everyone but the one who banished you. You can't do anything.
Was that
Okay.
spell?
You're basically in stasis. Nope.
Cool.
It's
Of
not
course
a
not.
spell.
Fuck this guy.
He's not a
Great.
spellcaster in this.
See, I got anymore. Yeah. I mean, I had this Mage Slayer thing just
Yeah.
all ready to go.
Yeah,
Oh, don't
Not
worry.
doing me a lot of good here.
Don't worry. Yeah. Don't
This
worry.
isn't even his final form, is it?
No.
All right.
Big spell. Okay.
So, Marcel.
God,
He needs to hurt.
please. I am back though, right? I pop back at the end of my turn.
At the end of, let's see. Yeah. Yes. At the end of your turn, you pop back.
Okay, so she's back.
Yeah. So she popped
But
back.
it was just long enough for
It
me
was
to
long
miss.
enough for him
okay.
to rob her of any activity whatsoever.
Right. Yeah, that's great. Love you.
That's what he tried to do to Konos earlier, but Konos succeeded on the save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You
okay.
probably have a better charisma than I do.
mhm. Fuck. This is an intelligence saving throw, though.
Yeah, but he doesn't always resist your saves.
Yeah, because he's an asshole like that. But I think he'd want to save on this one. All right, I'm gonna try it anyways, because why not? It still does a lot of damage. So I need an intelligence saving throw.
22.
See, he saved. What did I
Yeah.
tell you guys? So a psychic ball of energy explodes, hitting just him. Oh wait, there's a bunch of dogs there. It does do half. How much intelligence do the dogs have? Is it more than 2?
Yes.
Okay, so
They
then
need to save as well.
I can position it where I will hit him and not hit Emerin if I want to get the 2 dogs because it's a sphere. So it's only going to be the top dog.
It intelligence save 17.
That's a failure.
Okay.
So the puppy takes 27
Turns into a
psychic damage.
bust of ash. Just turns into
And
ash and then collapses.
Laralac takes half of that, so that's going to be 13 psychic damage.
Okay, so Laralac looks over at Marcel and says, "Finally." And
What?
he
The same thing.
he basically withers before your eyes. Now, of course, his whole head looks like a skull, but anywhere where you can see skin, it just withers up and desiccates and turns to ash, and his bones start turning to ash and falling away. And as it hits the ground, a huge wave of energy percusses out, just goes, and everyone within 120 feet
So all of us.
takes 55 necrotic damage.
My Wi-Fi cut out for like the entire section of that description, and I just heard 55 necrotic damage. That's all I heard.
As
That's
he is disintegrating, his skin turns to ash. It desiccates down and turns to ash. His bones start turning to ash, and he literally starts falling apart. The ash just starts falling off of him. When it gets down to his feet, a wave of necrotic energy percusses out in a 120-foot diameter sphere and just goes, and it sweeps over everything, and it does 55 necrotic damage to
Marcel up.
every living creature within
yes.
100.
Oh my god.
Which means it killed the dog.
Is Konos up?
I'm
No,
up, but I cannot maintain. Go ahead.
Weren't you resistant to necrotic? Who was resistant to necrotic? Because if
Yeah,
you're resistant, you'd
that's
still be
me.
resistant to that. Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. So.
No, I'm resistant to psychic, so I take all of that, and I can't roll high enough on a con save to maintain banishment. So those other 2 dogs reappear.
Oh no.
No. So, for a brief moment after the percussive wave goes, roll me a perception check.
23.
Also, Marcel and Emery.
17.
Oh. Perception. 16. Oh, I guess I have advantage.
For the briefest of moments, right after this whole thing happened, as the wave moves through, and you kind of see the dogs turn to ash, you see him turn to ash. You see his form flicker briefly right up here where he began, and then go away.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I feel like we are just playing into his hands every time we kill him.
You see a slight let me see if I can describe it. It's like a slight smoky substance that's arising from where you last saw his body. And with that, I need to take a tea break because I need more tea, so we can take like a 5-minute break. and then we'll
Okay.
come back and you can all decide what you
Do
want
it.
to do. Okay.
Marcel wants to
Alright.
just like fly over to Emerin, looking tired as fuck because he's got 14 hit points left.
Oh, poor baby.
Weren't you almost back to
Youch.
full though?
Yes, I took 110 damage.
Yeah,
Ouch.
yeah, that's what I was worried about.
I finally
Everybody
damaged
taking that.
Marcel.
Right?
I know. Marcel's like, I
Yeah.
don't like this. Can we go
Made
back
up
to
for the whole
not
rest of
getting
the
hit?
campaign.
Okay, we'll be back in 5 minutes. not worry about the reintroduction. Hello, we're back. On the video, it'll be in there, but that's okay. All right. So, what would you all like to do?
Cry to Emerin and complain about this much pain shouldn't be possible. Please fix me.
Will cast. Let's see. I'm gonna do a mass cure wounds at 6
At everyone?
levels. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna gather up my friends. Wow, that was terrible. Okay. 23.
Still take it.
Guess it wasn't as bad as I thought originally. 23 is fine.
Now I'm only missing like 110 hit points.
It's gonna be alright. So, now what?
Am I still with the art? Like, do I still feel like that curse thing
Oh
going
yeah,
on?
you're cursed.
Great.
Great. I mean, I can.
So you still see like the weird smoky substance over by where you last saw his body.
Right?
Yeah. Do we just want to burn that with radiant light?
Sounds good to me.
I mean, yeah, that sounds fine. Is it like emanating from the ground, like up, or is it just kind of like hovering in the air?
It looks like it's coming from the ground.
I walk over and see if there's something on the ground.
You'll have to climb up on the rock because it's over here.
Oh, it's up there. It's up there. Okay.
Where you first saw him.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we're outside, right?
Yeah.
I can fly if we're outside, so I'm gonna fly up and kind of hover around.
You see that there is a hole in the ground. There's a hole in the ground, and it looks to be about maybe 4 feet sort of in diameter. It's a smallish hole, and it looks like it's got light on the other side, though. Like, it looks like you're looking down into something, and there's sort of wispy smoke coming from it.
I don't like it. We
You can make an
drop something
Arcana
in
check
there?
if you want to know if you've ever heard of this before.
Yeah, move over there and start climbing up, take a look at myself.
Not great. Not good, actually. 12.
Yeah, you're not sure what you're looking at. Konos or Marcel want to give it a try?
Yeah, Marcel will go once it doesn't blow up in Emerin's face.
Yeah, that's valid.
Great, I got a 12 too.
Are you trained in Arcana?
No.
Okay, yeah, you don't know what it is.
I just do things and things happen.
Same, actually.
Study?
Got a 21.
What do you think I am, a wizard?
Hey.
So Konos, as you're looking down through this hole, it looks like a hole in the earth. But you realize that it's not like, when you look down, it's not like you're looking through where somebody drilled through this rock and down into the earth and like there's a room under there. But what you're seeing on the other side is like what's on the other side of a gate. But this isn't a gate. It's not an arcane teleport. It's something called a reality hole. It's a place where reality has been so warped by some sort of effusion of power that you can step through it like a door.
Would he know where it goes?
What did you roll on your Arcana?
21.
Judging by the fact that you saw the image of Laralac right before you saw the wispy effervescence of the hole, you could probably guess that it's going wherever he went. It's sort of
And I'll let
it's
everyone
almost
else
like
know
a
this.
it's like an accidental residual tear in the plateau because of his teleportation out, or his whatever transport method he used, whatever he had in place that would let him immediately leave after you struck him down was somehow left this residual, like, very tiny tear in the plateau. What you're looking at is a tear in the plateau.
Well, so I think this leads back to wherever he came from. Do we want to follow him?
Do I
You know-
want to? Not really. Should we? Probably.
I don't know. Do you know if this like closes or heals over time?
Do I know that with what I rolled?
Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't.
See, that's what I'm worried about. Is we're gonna lose this, and this is kind of our best track at this point.
Not only that, but the longer we wait, the more he gets a chance to regenerate as well.
We should at least take a short rest and read
That's
some
fair.
hit points.
Yeah,
But
I'm fine with
think
that.
we should. Maybe we
So
should go
wait an
in.
hour.
I don't know. Do you think it'll hold up for an hour?
I'm not the mage
Um,
expert.
I mean, these things are unstable. It might remain. It might collapse. I mean, if we're gonna wait here an hour, I've got something I can do just to make sure he might not. It might help. It might help keep him from coming back through it.
Our other option is to go through it and take a rest on the other side, but we have no idea what's waiting for us there.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
Not to mention we'd be living the curiosity here on the Dark Plateau.
we might not have any way of getting back to it.
You have
Um,
gate or something.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah.
if I can attune a tuning fork to this, I can bring us back as well. But I don't have a tuning fork, so.
Here, you can use mine.
Oh, we have a tuning fork. That's exciting. How long does it take to attune to the Dark Plateau?
Any attunement usually takes a short rest.
Yeah, we can take a short rest here, and then I can tune the fork, and we can rest up for a hot second.
Okay. Then
We'll just
I'm
keep
going
an eye
to.
on-
But
Oh, I was just saying we can keep an eye on the hole, and if it starts to close or something, we can all just jump in. It'll be fine.
all right.
Sure.
Okay. I'll just take a minute. I'm going to cast Magic Circle around this hole.
Okay, what's that do?
It creates a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder of magical energy. When I cast it, so normally it keeps. I'm going to choose. I can choose a creature type, so I'm going to choose fiends. Normally they can't enter the cylinder by non-magical means, or they have to make a charisma save if they want to try to teleport in or out of it. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the cylinder, and targets within the cylinder can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. I can also have it operate in reverse. Basically, I want to just set this up so he can't come back through this particular hole
Okay.
if he during this hour.
Sounds good.
Okay. And then I'm going to spend the other 59 minutes rolling hit dice.
Yeah, so go ahead and everybody roll their hit dice and heal yourselves up. Make sure you're noting how many you use.
Mm-hmm.
"12 hit die later, I'm still not at full."
Wow.
I was gonna say I used 16 to get back up to full.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll another one. That's gonna be 9 more hit points. Might as well.
Are you gonna use the rest to get yourself back up there?
2 more puts me at close enough. So that's a total of 14 of the 20 hit die.
It took me the same number because like until on my last two that I rolled, I didn't roll above a 4
Oh,
on
I
any of them.
rolled so many ones. So many ones. Oh no, we're fine. We're good. We're good.
Okay, so what would you all like to do?
I have my little tuning fork. All tuned. We just Alice in Wonderlanding this. How we go?
I guess.
I guess.
So, Imran, when you're tuning that tuning fork, you notice there's a resonance as well. There's a second octave resonance with that.
Second?
Mm-hmm. It's
I
coming from your bag.
Okay, I dig in my bag.
The crab fork.
Remember that crab fork you had a long time ago?
No! Is that what that is? Oh my
I think we had
god!
discovered that it was a tuning fork.
In a manner of speaking.
I just literally
really
saw
funny.
crab fork Ian Tarsus in my notes, and I was like, I wonder if that's a tuning fork.
That's really funny. Okay, well, hand the other one back to Konos. We can both have one, I guess. Since I have crab one. Crab one's cool.
Okay. All right.
You also
Have a
notice
backup.
that the engraved Ian Tarsus on there is like glowing an amethyst color.
That's weird.
That's his real name, isn't it?
Oh my god.
Oh wow, son of a!
Oh my god, we're idiots. I've been sitting here wondering what this was for like 20 minutes. Okay, I get it. I got it. Fine. I'm glad you put that together because I don't think I would have.
All right.
Everyone else we've run into has like some kind of history to his.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Alright, we're jumping in the hole.
Yep.
You're all
It's
just
a
gonna jump
song.
in. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I guess so. All right.
All right. Yeah, are you doing anything beforehand?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Konos, do you want to be able to fly?
That would be nice.
Alright, so I'll use my feature and bestow wind magic on Konos, which will give him a 30 flying speed, and it reduces mine from 60 to 30.
Cute.
And that's 1 hour. I can do that for 7 creatures, but Emran can already fly, and it's just the 3 of us, so... If we were in a more populated place, I'd be like, who wants to fly?
Yeah.
But yeah, so now we're all at 30 feet flying speed, but at least we can all keep off the ground if we need to. Just don't go too high up if you don't, especially if you're low on hit points, because the fall can kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Good point. I'll cast glibness on myself before we jump in.
Okay. I just have to find something.
Were there any portions of the cathedral that are like still standing, or was it just completely in ruins?
It was completely in ruins. Oh, who'd we lose?
Nina?
It was completely in ruins.
Also, for the record, I'm crunching 2 of my first level spell slots into meta magic points. Since I seem to be burning through those finally.
So probably a good bet that the dog statue in there is now rubble, like the rest of the place.
Yeah, pretty good bet.
Right. Now I'm curious why you would attack this place of all places.
I don't think he attacked it, more like he used it to gain power or something. At least that's the vibe I got. It was likely like siphoning soul power or whatever to revive faster from the temple.
Can you guys see / hear me okay?
Yes.
Can hear you. Can't see you yet.
My Wi-Fi is being so obnoxious. Gone out twice. But I'm back. Don't know what's happening, but I'm back.
We didn't do anything. What happened is everybody jumped in, and I haven't done anything yet. So what I need from each of you... Oh, so I was making sure you did everything that you wanted to do before you jumped in the Alice in Wonderland hole.
Gotcha.
So everybody has however much health that they want, and, well, I mean, not to exceed your maximum. I would like 1,000 hit points, please.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So I need a D6 roll from each of you.
D6.
Oh, one thing. Did Emran decide to do anything about the curse that's on...
Oh, do you still have that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Absolutely, we're doing some greater restoration. I have 200 gold worth of diamond dust left. So I am going to use 100 of that too. Where is it? I know I have it prepared. Let me spell greater restoration. You cast greater restoration at 5th level on Marcel. I hope that it does something.
Does it feel like it worked?
Yes, it feels like it worked.
Okay, that's good.
Ooh.
Good to know.
Did it actually work?
Yes, it did. So I need a D6 roll from each of you.
Level 2.
I don't know if I rolled the first time, so I rolled with meaning the second time, and I got a 6. But amusingly enough, the first one was 2. But I think that was just me putting down the die. So 6.
Okay, so Konos got a 2, Marcel got a 6. What did Imran get? A 2.
2.
Okay. So Konos and Imran
Oh.
pop up next to this hole right here,
Oh, geez.
Oh.
while
Oh,
Marcel
good.
pops up next to that hole there.
Oh,
no.
no.
That's what I thought. That's why I was like, if only I had kept the 2.
And
You were right.
So
Right there. Oh, no.
Marcel's like, boy, am I glad I'm not vulnerable to necrotic anymore.
as
Yeah.
you
Oh,
fla-
God, you're right next to him.
as you flash into existence in this spot,
Oh, no.
you're there just in time. So let me explain what you're seeing. So this room is it's this weird combination of worked stone and natural stone. It's like limestone that flowed and then hardened. And it forms this big sort of 3-step, almost like pyramidal kind of weird structure, step-up structure here. And these 4 pillars here are built structures. And as you're standing there, you see that there is a purplish amethyst colored lightning arcing from the tip of all 4 of these pillars. Sort of one arcs diagonally over to here and then comes down and then goes back, and so it's in all different directions, but it's random. So sometimes it arcs from corner to corner, sometimes it arcs from north to south, south north, east to west, right? So it's a seemingly random pattern. Okay, and they're about 15 feet high. Those pillars go about 15, 20 feet high. This elevation change where these are is only about 5 or 6 feet at each one. So even up here, you're only about 12 feet tall. So the lightning arcing overhead is about 3 or 4 feet above this plateau area. Okay. This circular item right here is a large, it looks like a pool, except what's in it is not water. Now, you can't necessarily see it from where you are, but you do see that it's glowing in multiple colors, and it seems to be roiling or spiraling pretty actively. Marcel can see it because Marcel is up at the higher elevation. Marcel, you see that it contains all of the colors that are associated with the different plateaus. Okay, so there's red color, there's white color, there's blue, there's green. Okay. Um, these purple dots right here are very much like the sort of greenish, grayish ones that you came from, except they look more like distortions. So when they get really active and there's a lot of smoke coming out of it, it's almost like when you see heat waves and it kind of makes everything on the other side of it look like it's kind of
Mirage.
watery or mirage-like. Yeah, that's what happens. They get more or less active sort of randomly. They spurt out. Okay. There are several individuals around. They're all wearing like some sort of like priestly vestments. Although in the images in these tokens they look red, they're actually like amethyst color. And there are two what look like warrior people sort of over here. There are 3 dogs, okay, over here and here next to these purple things. And as you all enter, you get here just in time. Now, all of these individuals around this circular pool-like area, they're all chanting, and you get here just in time to see Larilac jump into the well.
Great.
This is the well of Hasid, isn't it?
That's a really good guess.
What would you like to do?
Oh boy.
No one is paying attention to you at all, although they obviously see you. At least they obviously see Marcel.
Yeah.
Um,
It just pop in. It's like, hi guys. Uh, did anything happen when Larilac went into the pool?
His body disappeared.
But like this, like he like through portal disappeared.
You're only about 10 feet away. The entire pool turned red for a moment, and then it went back to its multicolored.
Hey, for some reason I don't want to follow him in there. And this is how Marcel died.
so what do we do?
Yeah, I don't like this. Do we destroy it?
Don't. I glance at Konos with a look of panic and just, what do we do? I almost just want to jump in the well.
They're still chanting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think they would stop us?
I don't like what they're doing. I want to cast a spell at them.
So do I.
Okay. I'll follow suit and I'll cast a spell.
Can I go first?
Yeah, you can. Nobody's paying attention to you at this point. They all know you're there, but they are not paying attention to anything.
Oh boy.
I will cast I'm going to cast mass suggestion.
Okay.
Measuring how far I can do this. So everybody up to basically the one standing by the red point, red side of the pool needs to make a wisdom save as I say, call out, stop what you're doing and help us defeat Larilac once and for all.
Okay, wisdom save. All right, so this first guy with the green circle around him, what's the DC?
You should let me
19.
go first.
Oh, sorry.
He fails. This guy fails. So but the 2 green guys fail. Let's do the 4 people around the. What's it, a wisdom save?
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Fail, 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 fail. Throw that die away. I rolled 2 1s and 2 3s.
Nice.
And then it affects these 2 dogs and these 2 people too.
Anyone that can hear me and understand what I'm saying, and who is not, and that are not immune to being charmed.
Oh, I thought you said something about up to this red area right here.
Well,
or something. Does it have
that's
range?
it's yeah. The range is 60 feet.
Okay. Fail. God damn it. Throw those dice away. Let's try this one.
All of them.
But they all failed.
Yeah.
Everybody failed.
Okay.
never mind.
What is it that you are suggesting they do?
Stop what you're doing and help us defeat Larolac once and for all.
That's a bit vague.
Okay. Can I just have it say, stop chanting?
You could tell them stop chanting or stop what you're doing, but the whole
Yeah.
help us defeat Larolac doesn't really, that's a meaningless sentence, right? It's not really a directive of something to do.
Okay, then I'll just tell them to, stop chanting.
They stop chanting.
Okay.
Do I see any difference in the
It's starting
swirling?
to slow down its swirl.
Larolac's already gone, guys.
Who are you talking to?
My companions.
Oh.
Because they can't see that well what's happening up at the top. He jumped in there.
We go after him?
I think so.
Okay. I'll move up to the well.
Oh,
So
yeah. I feel like we keep letting him leave. We gave him an hour to prepare this. Yeah, I think we need to jump in. I'll wait for Emran
So
and
let me get this
Konos.
straight. You're jumping in after you're making them stop the ritual.
Stop.
You realize,
Yeah.
right?
I know. But you said it was slowing down,
Mhm.
slowly?
Yeah, it's slowing down.
I would say, if we want to follow it, as soon as they stop chanting, I go, if we're following him, we better do it now. Basically use our next 6 seconds to jump in before it slows down completely. It might already be too late, but this is going to go terribly.
Konos?
We're going to end up in...
So I hear Imran and I hear Marcel saying they're going to jump in. Konos, what are you doing?
I'll jump in.
Okay. So the three of you jump in together or one at a time?
Together. Marcel was closest. Marcel's going to wait until the other two get there. I mean, they've got 30 feet of fly speed, so they can get up there pretty quick.
So everybody's agreed with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to a different map.
We're jumping dimensions now.
How many maps does the DM have prepared tonight?
I see a door.
Yep, you're going to be in front of that door. So there's Marcel. There's Konos. Whoops. What the heck? All right. Oh, I see. Because it was... Okay. And then, Imran. You are standing in front of a door.
Is there are we in a tiny room in front of a door?
Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to Okay, well, I'm not opening it. Not it.
Will you hear anything through the door?
You can listen at the door if you'd like.
Is it stone door?
It is. Everything around you is worked light colored stone. And there look to be bloodstains in a lot of different places.
Lovely.
Very, very atmospheric, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to listen at the door.
Roll me a perception check.
20.
Am I allowed to do that as well?
You hear what sounds almost like running water or running fluid.
I don't like the word fluid. We didn't just leave it at water. We had to specify it's fluid.
It sounds thicker, right?
Oh god, it's gonna be blood.
Could be ooze. It could be primordial ooze. Why do you have to go for
Be
blood?
acid. Be acid, yeah.
I don't know.
First thing she thinks of, blood.
Yeah, it's not like the room is covered in blood. It's fine.
All right, let's go through and see what awaits us
Yeah.
besides certain death.
I'll open the door slowly and potentially quietly, but probably not because of my armor.
Slowly and quietly, you're opening the door.
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
No.
All right, so.
Kara, I'm curious, what was Marcel going to cast back there?
Synaptic static.
Oh, okay.
What?
It leaves them kind of
Dazed and
out of
confused.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
They get a D6
Oh,
minus
God.
D6 to all their saves and stuff.
Yep, you are right. Oh my.
Oh
Well.
my.
Oh, good.
What?
This looks like the right place. Hey, look, you were
Oh.
right. It's blood.
So, now you haven't stepped into the room, so you don't actually see everything here. But
Mhm.
Imran, directly across, when you open the doors open out, by the way. When you open
Okay.
the doors and you look over to this area right here.
Mhm.
So first of all of this right here is like flowing, roiling blood. Some of it's making little whirlpools. Okay. And this is a platform that is about 5 feet above the lake of blood. There's also blood over here. I mean, it looks like blood. You haven't actually touched it, but you can smell it, so you're pretty sure. This right here is actually a couple of pillars. And so I'm going to post in the Discord what the pillars look like. I think that's the one. Yep, that's the one. And I will actually
Oh my god.
show the audience this as well.
That's about what I imagined.
So that is
Those look familiar.
add them here.
Mhm.
Yeah, you've seen them before, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, like the first time we killed Laralac and then scried on him. I think this was the chamber we saw him reappear in.
Mm-hmm.
I was muted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As soon as you posted it, I was like, that's familiar. That's what
Yeah.
Yeah.
first vision.
So that is what is across the pools of fluid. Now, the other thing that you note is that there are steps down, right? So there's a platform here in front of the door, and it seems to go off south here. And then there's steps down, and then there's all of this fluid. There's also, you can probably see another platform here and more of those pillar things. Okay. Now, probably from your vantage point, because of the angle, you can also see this big Mama Jama over here. That is a big dog.
A big doggy.
And if Konos can see it, he recognizes it.
Hey,
Yep. That's the one.
that's the one.
Now, the other thing is that these columns, the faces in the columns are writhing in pain
Great.
and screaming. So when you open the door, they see you and they start screaming
Good.
in terror.
Jumps in the line.
I don't like this place.
I don't either. Let's move quickly.
No sign of Laralac.
You do not see Laralac.
He was here like 6 seconds ago. He had time to close the door and disappear on us.
Mm-hmm. Or he appeared somewhere else.
That's true. Okay.
We all start
Konos?
flying.
Are
Is it a dog statue, or is it like a dog that's moving around?
It is a very large dog sitting and looking at a point about right here. Its eyes are focused about right there.
Hmm.
You can see it sitting there breathing. It has very large eyes.
Kronos, can you see things that are like, invisible?
Yes, I
That robe?
can. Yeah, I've got true sight with that. Give me a minute. I'll tell you exactly what I can see with it. I can see invisible. I have dark vision for 120 feet. I can see invisible creatures and objects, and I can see into the ethereal plane for up to a range of 120 feet.
Mm-hmm. You don't see anything.
All right. Well, there's nothing there.
That's concerning. We all are
Konos?
flying, correct?
Is this? Yeah, we can all fly. Is that dog like the thing you have to save?
Yep.
How are we doing? You want to go try that?
Yeah.
Back you up, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna try to absorb it. Yeah. All right. I mean, I'll try to absorb it first, and if that doesn't work, let's just mess this whole thing up.
Okay, so as you walk out there, I need you to
Oh, good. Oh, good.
so I'm. Does 21 hit your AC?
Oh, me?
Konos first.
Oh.
Yes.
Konos, as you step out, you notice there is another set of those pillars up to the north of where you are right now. And as you try to take a second step to move forward, a tongue from one of the bodies that make up the statue lashes out,
No.
wraps its tongue around
Oh,
your
God.
leg, and pulls you up and then throws you into the fluid here.
Does my flying help me not land in that at all?
Nope. Because
Oh,
it
dear.
basically it picks you up and deposits you.
Okay.
You couldn't grab him before that happens?
And let's see. You are also slowed for 1 minute.
Oh no.
And you can either take an action or a bonus action, but not both. So you're not slowed. You're not slowed. You're not slowed in terms of like distance you can move. You're slowed in terms of you can either take an action or a bonus action, but not both. And you can make a DC 18 Wisdom save at the end of each of your turns to get rid of that effect while you're in this pool. If you fail, you're just whenever you're in the pool, you're going to have that.
Okay.
Also, if you happen to hit any of the whirlpool areas, you will have to make a strength savings throw or be restrained.
Okay.
So I will put a little dot where the saving throws, where the whirlpool areas are.
Oh, I'm right next to one.
Yep.
Joy.
Okay. Now, Imran,
Hello.
does a 23 hit your AC?
It does.
Another tongue lashes out and grabs onto
Gross.
you and deposits you next to Konos.
Oh, hi again.
You are now slowed to the point of only making a
Mhm.
bonus action or a regular action, but not both. For 1 minute or until you roll a save. That's a DC 18 wisdom save. If you move into the point where there is the little whirlpools, you will also have to make a strength check or be restrained.
Got it. Marcel!
Did Karu go away or?
No, I'm here. Well, Marcel wasn't planning to move forward much because they're a scaredy cat to begin with. After that, fuck this shit.
Oh no.
Marcel's gonna move near the door so he can like see the pillar that's messing with their friends, and I don't like that pillar.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to test something out. I am going to cast Shatter on it.
Okay. What's Shatter going to do to it?
Is this a creature or is it?
It's an object.
It's an object.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
What is it made of?
Bones?
Yeah, I mean it's almost impossible to tell what it's made of, but it is treated like an object for the purposes of the game. It looks like its body's sort of Frankensteined together, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously there's some sort of a magical effect there that is it's not really just bodies piled on top of each other, right? It is made of bones and stone and limestone and yeah,
Okay. So if it's an object, it doesn't get a save. It just takes the damage.
correct. It automatically fails strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws. But
So it takes.
it's immune to anything that triggers intelligence, wisdom, or charisma.
Yeah. Okay. So it takes 16 thunder damage.
Okay. Okay. You is that like a radius or I mean it's only
It's a
hitting that
10
thing?
foot. Yeah, it's a 10-foot radius, but yeah, there's nothing else. It is a 10-foot thing, so
Mhm.
it takes 16 damage for each square. No, I'm kidding.
Mhm.
I could have sworn Shatter had like max damage on certain items, but nope, it doesn't say anything about that. So yeah, 16. Um, how does it react to the damage?
I'm just going to number it so I can keep track. Um, it sort of shakes and doesn't really react. I mean, it's an object, so it doesn't shatter and fall apart. It just looks like its foundation is shaking.
So it looks like it's a lot sturdier than what 16 points of damage would.
Oh, yes. A lot sturdier.
Okay. Well, that was my test.
It did damage it. It's just
Yeah,
not,
yeah. It's also not like screaming in pain from the faces on it or anything. It's just
Oh, there
still
still
screaming
are,
from
but I mean, they're just that's what they were doing anyway.
they were doing. Yeah, there's no change there. Cool.
Right.
I don't like these things, and I think that we need to destroy them. So I am going to. I already cast a spell, so let's just let's just what do you call it? Quicken spell, and then we're just gonna throw a bunch of Eldritch Blasts at it.
Marcel, are you like hovering above the ground?
I mean, I'm within, like, I'm outside. I don't think I'm hovering right now, but I can fly a bit if needed.
You probably should.
Okay. So that's going to be a 28, a 22, 16 and a 27.
That's to hit.
Yeah.
That hits. All of them hit.
All right, cool. Kind of expected the pillar to not take damage from that. Now I am rolling 4d10.
I mean, what is it? It's an Eldritch Blast. Right?
Eldritch Blast. Yeah. So numbers happen, and I'm great at those, which is why I am buying time for my calculator to open. That's 30 Eldritch Blast force damage to the pillar.
Okay.
For a total of 46 damage. How does the pillar look? Does it still look like just it's trembling in its boots, or does it actually have like cracks and shit going on now?
It's trembling in its boots.
Okay.
I mean, it's shaking
Great.
and it's obviously taking damage, and pieces are falling off, but you know.
Looks like we still have a lot to go to make it topple.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I hate sturdy stuff. Who builds things this sturdy?
Shamasa Hasit.
True.
And I will. How high is the ceiling in this area I'm in?
60 feet.
Oh, okay. But the door is like what, 10 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only gonna fly like 5 feet or so that I can still see outside, but I'm not touching the ground. But in the same square I'm in, just hovering.
Okay.
And that's my turn. I guess we haven't really rolled initiative.
Yeah. So it's 9:37. That's why we haven't rolled initiative.
Aha.
Okay.
So we're probably going to quit at some point very, very soon. So I was just wondering what each of you are going to try to do as an action. Like, is there anything special that you want to see what happens when you do it before we?
I really want to, but at the same time, I don't want to waste the spell slots because if I'm running low. I mean, not terribly low, but I'm running low on my higher levels, so I don't really.
At the same time, these things seem to be a problem.
I mean, if I can just squish out of the blood, I think it's fine.
Problem is we don't really know what the range of the pillars is.
Yeah.
We know it's at least 10 feet, but it could be more.
For this action, I am just going to try and get out. I'm just going to use my half movement, so 15 feet, plus my action, so 30 feet of movement. You get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Why are you doing
30.
a half movement?
Aren't I slowed?
You're slowed, and
Not for movement.
that's what makes you only able to do either an action or a bonus action, but not both. So your
Oh, I
actual
thought it
movement
also.
speed is not slowed. It calls
really?
it slowed, but it's not the traditional slow movement.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's
Well,
that
then
you're
use.
moving so slow that you in 1 6-second turn you can only either do a standard
Gotcha.
action or a bonus, but not both. But your movement is unchanged. It's kind of weird.
Well, then I'm going to use my 60 feet of movement to get out. If that's possible.
Well, it was until this pillar here lashed out a tongue
Good.
as you were, climbing out and threw you into there.
God bless. Okay. Are they still rolling with disadvantage because I have foresight?
Yeah, but their attack bonus is real high.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. Now I'm frustrated. Jonas, you got anything?
I mean, my plan was gonna be to like grab you and fly out of this and like land land like over here or so. But now that I know that's not going to work, I'm just going to four Eldritch Blasts at the pillar at the top pillar on those two right hand ones. Basically, the one I've just put my token next to.
Okay.
Um,
So did you actually move, or that's just showing? Okay.
it's just to show which one I'm shooting at.
Okay.
So pew 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 pew. 19 and a 29,
That hits.
and 20 and 24.
Okay. I'm gonna call that number 2. 20 and 24. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this die roller on D&D Beyond is very slow right now.
Everybody's probably using it.
Oh, wait. 39 points of force damage total, and I don't know if they would be pushed or not. Probably not.
No.
Okay. Then I'm just going to move there to get a little further away from that whirlpool, just in case it suck me in or something like that.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So perhaps we should talk about when we can meet next so that you can make your way through this morass.
Yeah. This is gonna take a minute.
This is reminding me of the end of Super Metroid.
I never played it, so. You get sucked into a pool of blood and then there's whirlpools?
Not quite, but it's like, you're fighting like basically a big brain in a jar, but you have to blast your way through like a whole bunch of like barriers first before you get to said brain and jar.
Mm-hmm.
Said brain in jar.
Yeah.
Marcel's like, I don't want to step foot in that room.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
good
fair.
here.
Yeah, good call.
Nasty in here.
I didn't
Yeah.
take spell sniper to get close to shit.
Yeah. This is like the complete opposite of Spa Day. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Marcel wants nothing to do with this. They're very happy that they can snipe things from like 600 feet across.
Mm-hmm.
And if they could just damage the big guy in the back, that would be great. But they need to wait for Konos to try his thing. Because I don't want to kill Konos in the process.
right, yeah. And it looks like we're gonna have to wreck all these pillars to be able to get close to that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably why it's in here.
Let's see. 2
I
weeks
guess
is
we're not recording anymore.
Yeah, no, we are recording, but so yeah, let's actually, I guess we'll end that up. So thank you for listening, and we will see you in 2 weeks, I think, or something like that. Anyway, bye. Let me put me on the thank you for watching screen.